Rina and I fill Shana in on everything we know about Yuina. Shana, however, doesn't seem shocked by the news at all. I knew the young woman with your uncle at your grandmother's house looked familiar. I couldn't figure out where I recognized her from, but once he said her name, I knew it had to be Tiana's sister. You're an observant as ever, Shana. But why didn't you tell us about their history? Shana frowns and looked down at her feet. It wasn't any of my business. Tiana wouldn't have wanted me butting into her family affairs. That's understandable. Tiana is a very private person. But now her sister seems to be involved in some shady business. She was working with Uncle Joji to try and steal Shifu's grandmother's inheritance. She encouraged the art club president at your school to vandalize property, and now she is handing over letters that insinuate a theft will take place. I still believe that Yuna is a good person, I don't think she is doing bad. For some reason, she is doing this. Maybe it's to protect Tiana, as she mentioned already. A theft. The riddle states that someone is going to be receiving the most beautiful eye in the world. It seems like a fairly open and shut declaration of intent to me. Maybe Yuina wrote the letter herself in hopes of making it known that she plans to steal from the museum? She could be the culprit. Oh, I don't know what is going on, but let's continue. But it wouldn't make sense to tip her hand unless she is doing it for the notoriety. Anyway, it's too soon to declare guilt in the matter. Since Yuna gave you the letter herself, she is our only lead though. Shifu, what do you think about Yuna? What should I say? I want to trust her. Yep, I genuinely want to trust her. What? Tiana spoke so highly of her. She really loves her sister. I don't want to automatically assume the worst about Yuna until we figure out what's going on. Yeah, we have to give her the benefit of the doubt. Okay. There must be a reason why she is acting the way she is. I think it might be to protect Tiana. From what? I don't know, but she made it clear she didn't want me to involve Tiana in this case. We can't jump to conclusions. I don't think we'll find out all the answers we need just hanging around here. I agree. Let's go to the art museum. The letter was sent to. The three of us head over to the art museum on the other side of the city. Art museums are really cool during the daytime, but they are kinda creepy at night. I feel like all the people in this famous painting are watching me. Paintings can't hurt you, Rina. The last ones we investigated nearly did. Yeah, it's scary. Stay sharp while we look around. What are we even looking for? Something with a beautiful eye. Precisely, let's do this. It's a start, I guess. It would need to be something expensive though, right? Something that would bring someone a fortune. I don't think that's the case, maybe? We walk a little further into the museum until we hear the echoing of footsteps down another hallway. Someone else is here. Shana signals us to be quiet as the footsteps get louder and louder. It is a ghost? Rina reached for her flashlight with shaky hands. She then shines her flashlight on a figure walking towards us. Huh? Is someone there? Tiana. Tiana looks just as shocked to see us as we are to see her. What on earth are you three doing here? We should be asking you the same thing. Ask you first. This museum received a creepy letter earlier today, so I asked Shifu and Shana to come help me investigate. And you didn't think to invite me along? Sorry, Tiana. It all happened so fast that we didn't get a chance to call you. Rude. It is just so happened that I too received a strange letter. Huh? You did? She pulls a letter out of her pocket and hands it to me. The answer you seek can be found in the art museum. That's rather blunt considering what we have faced until now. It doesn't appear to be a riddle. Yeah, I thought it was weird. I found it on my doorstep. It doesn't seem threatening, but it did pique my curiosity. Did the art museum receive a similar letter? Not quite. On the day of the crimson moon glows, I will receive the most beautiful eye in the world. That sounds ominous. It was enough to spook the museum's manager, so he called the police. We are trying to figure out what it means. It definitely sounds like someone is planning on stealing something. I wonder if it's connected to the letter I received. Is it possible Yuna gave Tiana a letter too? I doubt it. Yuna was the one to tell me not to tell Tiana about this case for our own safety, yet Tiana was somehow lured here by another letter. Who could have given it to her? It must be. Either way, we are all here to solve the case, it seems. Although I must say we don't need your help. We have got it covered. Excuse me, I'm the best detective here in the city. The second best detective. Don't you dare start with me right now. I've solved way more cases than you have. Oh really? Because I've solved 128 cases in the past 3 years alone. I'm sure I've doubled that amount. Shana and Tiana immediately break out into a petty argument. Rina reached over and tugged gently on the sleeve of my shirt. We should leave them alone for a second and let them fight over who's the best. Rina pulls me away by my shirt so we can look at some paintings together alone. I know Rina wants to have some alone time with me. Man, all these paintings are really beautiful. Only the best of the best tend to make it into the art museum like this. I've never been good at art or anything, so I'm always blown away by how talented so many artists are. Well, even if art isn't your specialty, you are good at many other things. Like gardening, for example. I still can't get over how cool it was that you know so much about plants and flowers. I still owe you for helping me solving the riddle back at my grandma's house. Oh Shifu, you don't have to keep thanking me for that. Just don't forget about the competition that I won on the drive back from Shikoku. You just want a date. You just want to take me out on a date, I think. The competition? Oh come on, don't tell me you forgot. You gave us all the riddle to solve and I was the first one to figure out the answer. And in turn, we are going to Shikoku alone next time. Oh god, I know. I totally forgot about it. Yeah, I totally remember it now. Any weekend you want to go, just let me know. I'll be happy to give you a grand tour of the mountains, and show you all the temples and hot springs. Rina sighs dreamily. You are crazy, Rina. That sounds so romantic. I would love to watch the sunset with you or cuddle up next to a fireplace on a cold winter evening. That's kind of stuff couples do. She quietly takes my hand in hers. I want to know how you feel about me, Shifu. If you see me as just a good friend or is there something more? Because I'm starting to really fall for you. I don't understand a lot about romance. I've never had a boyfriend or anything like that. So, if there is maybe even a slight possibility that I have a chance with you, will you tell me? Such a straightforward, outgoing person. Definitely I would choose you over the others. Definitely. This is so sudden. What should I do? Oh no. Premium option. Sorry. Look away. Hey, to be fair, I've already spent around 25 gems to go on a date with her. So right now I'm broke, okay? I find it hard to maintain eye contact with her and I slowly look down on my feet. Rina is a really important friend to me, but I don't know if I see her romantically or not. Rina, Do you think we can talk about this later? I have a lot on my mind right now. Truthfully, I don't really know how I feel about anyone right now. You, Tiana, and Shana are really great friends of mine, but I'm not too sure which direction my heart is pulling me in. Um, if I have the gems, I definitely go with Rina. Like I said, she is the best. Oh, I see. She gives me a sad smile. Well, take all the time you need to think about it. Things like this shouldn't be rushed anyways. Thanks for understanding, Rina. That's what friends are for, right? Now let's get back to solving the mystery. I should have known. Rina has set this all up. Like she is waiting for the right opportunity. When Tiana and Shana is arguing, she just pull me away and talk this kind of really cheesy stuff and want me to be with her. Alright, let's continue. I'll take my time to think about my true feelings for each of the girls and make a decision later. Rina, Shifu, come over here right now. You guys need to see this. You won't believe what we have found. Shana points to a statue locked up in a glass case. I immediately break out in a cold sweat upon seeing the familiar cat-shaped ornament. Is that the black cat, my family's precious heirloom? Yes, it appears that it is the one we saw at your family's house. But what is it doing here in an art museum? Doesn't it belong to your grandmother, Shivo? Something doesn't feel right about this. It looks identical to the one my grandmother's owned. This is definitely the black cat. I would know it anywhere, but my grandmother would never sell our family's heirloom to an art museum. That's correct, Shifu. My mother is far too stingy for her own good. Oh, this is Uncle Joji. I know that voice. We all turn around to see Uncle Joji standing a few feet away from us, a broad grin on her face. It's such a remarkable artifact, is it not? It would be such a shame just to let it rot in my mother's house for all eternity. You didn't steal it, did you? Of course not, you foolish brat. I convinced her to showcase it here in this exact museum. More people need to see the beauty of the black cat. You couldn't sound more suspicious if you tried. Is it so hard to believe that I'm a man who appreciates true art? How did you even convince Grandma Hanaya to let you take the black cat and showcase it here? I have my ways. Uncle Joji is planning something. I just know it. Yeah, I know. He's planning to steal the black cat ornament. By calling someone. I don't know how the plan is going to work, but this is, I think, his strategy. Hey, you creep! Tiana is glaring right at Uncle Joji with a cold, venomous gaze. Where is Yuina? Yuina? Why do you want to know? I need to speak with her at once. She isn't with me today. How do you even get into the museum in the first place? Isn't it closed already? I'm friends with the owner. I'm allowed to come and go whenever I please. Just another perk of being in the business. I bet you're planning on stealing something. I beg your pardon? Tiana, lower your voice, okay? Do not just jump into conclusion. Shut up, Shana. This guy is a total creep. He is obviously up to no good. And he's getting my sister involved in whatever it is. Oh no. Oh no. Like I said, things are getting bad. Because now you know the reason why Yuna doesn't want to get Tiana involved. Tiana involved. Because when Uncle Joji knows that Tiana is Yuna's sister, Uncle Joji will definitely think of a way to to torture or maybe to harass or assault either one of the girls. And now this is really bad. Things are getting from bad to worse, okay? Yuna is your sister? How interesting. I bet you have been stringing her along and making her do your dirty work. Tiana storms over to him acting like she's about to punch him. Whoa, Tiana, calm down. I step in and try to stop her before she does something she might regret. Get out of my way, Shifu. Your uncle is a crook. I don't disagree with you there. But he hasn't technically done anything wrong yet. So if you hit him, you are going to jail, Tiana. He nearly broke my ankle. I'm going to knock each one of his teeth one by one until he tells me everything he knows. Tiana charged forward and I grabbed her wrist to stop her. Tiana, you really need to calm down, okay? Let's take a step outside for a second, okay? He knows something about my sister that he's not telling me. Please, Tiana, just come with me for a few minutes. Tiana slowly calmed down from her fit of rage before her shoulders slumped forward in defeat. Fine. The cool evening air immediately soothed her nerve, and I hear her let out a huge dramatic sigh. I really lost my cool in there. There's just something about your uncle that really pisses me off. I know what you mean, okay? He's clearly up to something, but don't worry, we'll find out what it is. How can you remain so calm all the time? Because obviously that's not my sister who is involved in this really dubious work. I'm just used to it, okay? I've learned to never let your anger guide your actions. I guess that's a smart advice. Tiana stares at me long and hard. No, not again. She want to confess to me or something, I think. Without warning, she wraps her arms around me and presses her body against me. You always have a way of calming me down, Shifu. Can I stay like this for a moment? Alright. Tiana rests her head against my chest as she holds me tighter still. I can tell she's really upset right now. I should do something to make her feel better. No, I'm not going to do the thing that spends gems. Definitely going to have gems. I'm going to choose the second option. What should I do? Tell her it's going to be okay. 28 gems, you're crazy. Hey Tiana, don't worry. Everything is going to be fine. But you need to keep your wits about you. Punching my uncle won't solve anything. And it might get you in trouble too. Tiana, visibly shaken by my statement, quickly pulls away from me. You think I just want to hit people? I've never seen you lose your cool like that. I think my uncle is up to something, but we won't get anywhere by stooping to his level. Oh, I guess you are right, Shifu. Come on, let's go back inside. We need to solve the mystery behind the weird letter. The main event hasn't even started, and it has been a hell of a day already.